well. Thanks for joining. We're just gonna hop right into it. If you have a chair, you can grab that. If you have a band, you can grab that. We're gonna be using that as well. So we're gonna be on our backs. You're gonna be flat on the ground or up at 90 degrees. Hands are gonna be up in the air, and all you're gonna do is breathe in, trying to expand your ribs into the mat. And then you're gonna breathe out, reach your arms up into the air, feel that lower core engage, get all the air out. When you get to the end, you're gonna pause for 2 seconds and then breathe in again. And we're just gonna do 5 breaths. So here we go, breathe in. And out. Really feel those ribs come down, that lower core engage. Try to keep that core on when you breathe in again. And out. Breathe in. You may find that you can't get a full breath into your ribs, and that's just because your ribs are tight, and that's okay. But don't bring it into the belly. Try to keep it in the ribs. Breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. Out. Last one. Breathe in. And out. Nice job. All right, we're gonna go straight into glute bridge. So if you have a chair, that's great. If you don't, no problem. You're just gonna, if you don't have a chair, you can just put your feet flat on the ground. You're gonna lift one leg up and you're gonna do 15 glute bridges. The idea though is not to, sorry, let me just adjust my camera a little bit here. You don't wanna have your back arched. You wanna have it flat on the ground. You wanna have that pelvic tilt. If you have a chair, you wanna be at 90 degrees, okay? You're gonna have one leg up and you're just gonna come up. What I don't wanna see is this, right? I don't want you using this leg as momentum. So you're just really coming up only as much as it will allow, but don't use that spare leg for momentum. We're only gonna do 10 if you're using the chair. If 10 is a lot, try to get 8. Really use those glutes and hamstrings, squeeze. It's easy to have it go into the low back. Once you've done 10, you can switch. You might find as you get towards the end of 10, you're not going up as high, and that's okay. You're getting a little bit of fatigue. What I definitely don't want is arching of the low back. So remember to keep that pelvic tilt. You guys look really good. If you're arching your back doing that, you're not getting the glute engagement. So that's why I talk about that pelvic tilt. Helps keep your back flat on the ground and really engages those glutes. Okay, we're gonna go into, we're gonna do another round of those. So keep the chair close. But if you have a band, we're gonna do banded dead bugs. And if you don't have a band, no problem. You can just put your opposite arm to your opposite knee and extend out and just do 10 reps each side. If you have a band, we're gonna do 5 reps each side, alternating legs. So you're gonna bring your knee to your chest Release your arms, bring them overhead, keep that back flat. Really key, don't arch the back. Engage that low core, come back up and switch sides. So just pausing for a second or two, make sure that low core is engaged. I like to really think about that low core being engaged, getting that pelvic tilt, driving my knee up towards my chest and the other extended leg out towards the wall. You may feel this a little bit in your obliques too. That's good. Really think about, we were talking about bringing those ribs down in the first breathing exercise, and you want to do that as well. So you want your whole back to be flat on the ground. You don't want your upper back to be arching up either. If your upper back's arching, it also defeats the purpose. So this is a good breathing exercise too. I think one more each side. This is a very good exercise, not just for running, but for swimming and for cycling, because it really works on full trunk posture and engagement. Okay, we're gonna go back to the hamstring bridge. This time for everybody, we're gonna do a hold. Double leg hold. Let me grab my timer. Here we go. We're just going to hold for 1 minute. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Arms up in the air. You don't want to have your elbows at all helping to support yourself. Really think about driving those glutes. Not arching the back, you want that pelvic tilt. That may mean that you don't come as far off the ground. You're definitely gonna feel some hamstrings, definitely gonna feel some glutes. Just really keep reminding yourself to squeeze those glutes, squeeze those glutes. You guys are doing great. You have just over 20 seconds left. Ten seconds. Nice job. Everybody looks really good. Squeeze those glutes. See if you can get a little bit higher without arching that back. 3, 2, 1, and down. Nice work. All right. We're going to go back to the dead bugs. If you have a band, we're going to use it again. And if you don't, you can follow along, but use just extend out using your opposite elbow to your opposite knee. And we're going to do 15-second holds, okay? So we're just going to alternate legs, 15 seconds. We're going to do two each side. So 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Switch sides. Really think about that pelvic tilt. Engage that low core. Switch sides. One more each side. Switch sides, last one. Good job. Nice work. All right. Going into the next segment, we're going to do a bit of planking here. So we're going to do front plank for 1 minute, straight into side plank, each for 30 seconds, okay? Nothing fancy here. On the side planks, if you have to be on your knees, that's fine. Ideally, you'd either have a staggered or a stacked stance. If you want to start out up and then go down to your knees, that's okay too. So we're just going to start out with planking for 1 minute, starting in 3, 2, 1, and you're up. Really try to have, I know it's hard to see because my pregnant stomach is sticking down, but really try to relax your shoulders. You're gonna have a flat back, suck that tummy in to the belly button. You guys are doing great. 30 seconds in. If you're feeling it in your low back, really think about squeezing those glutes, engaging that low core. Take that pressure off of your low back. So have 15 seconds left. Think about relaxing those shoulders, taking deep breaths, and we're going to go into side plank in 3, 2, 1, straight into side plank. With this, it's all about squeezing that bottom glute. You want your shoulders, hips, ankles in alignment. So if you're piking like this, or you're leaning forward, you don't want that. Nice work, you got 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Nice job, everybody looks really good. Ten more seconds here. And down. Nice job. That was really good. All right, we are going to go into a child's pose push-up. So what that's going to look like is, you guys might be familiar with child's pose from yoga. You're going to go back into a child's pose, come forward, do a push-up, come back up, and go back into child's pose. So it's one fluid motion. The one thing I want to point out is not to have your elbows out. You want to have them in so that when you go down, they are next to your side. And we're going to do 10 of those. Just nice fluid movements. Really think about having that core engaged. Core is a big part of this. But you're also getting a little bit of mobility and nice back stretch there too. Really think about sucking that belly button into your stomach. Nice job, guys. Once you're done with 10, we're going to go into an adductor stretch. So first round, we're just going to have leg out to the side, whatever capacity you feel comfortable with. And we're just going to be rocking back and forth here for about 30 seconds. If you want, you can also turn your heel up and it gives you a little bit more hamstring stretch too. I'm just gonna leave my foot down today because that's just what feels really good. Let's switch sides. Thought you guys might enjoy the view of the Christmas tree today. My husband decided he wanted to get the biggest tree possible, and it literally touches the ceiling. So tall. All right, nice job. We're going back into plank, straight into side plank. Same thing. We're just gonna do 1 minute hold, but actually while we're doing the front plank, I just wanna explain to you really quickly what we're gonna do. So you're gonna essentially do the first 30 seconds just holding, and then the last 30 seconds, you're going to pull your elbows like towards your butt, and you're just gonna squeeze your glutes. And then when you relax, you can relax. So we're gonna alternate between doing that for 10 seconds and just relaxing for 10 seconds, still in a plank position. I hope that makes sense. And we are gonna start in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So just relaxed plank position here for the first 20 or 30 seconds, maybe 20 seconds, so we can do 2 rounds of them. So starting in 3, 2, 1, pull your elbows to you. Pull, pull, pull. Gonna hold here 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, relax plank. 3, 2, 1, pull. 3, 2, 1, relaxed plank. And we're gonna go to side plank in 3, 2, 1, side plank. Get those hips forward, right, nice in alignment. Squeeze that bottom glute. So you can see if you can get off the ground a little bit more, Jody. There you go, nice work. Switching sides in 3, 2, 1, let's switch sides. If you find your hips start sagging, just squeeze that glute, really engage that core, drive your hips forward. Ten more seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and down. Nice job. Okay, we are going into the child's pose push-up. Another 10. Remember to keep those elbows in when you do the push-up. You don't want them out. You want them nice tucked in, just almost brushing the sides of your rib cage. You guys look great. Nice job. Okay, we're gonna do just 1 round of open books. So you're gonna be on your side. Knees are gonna be up at 90 degrees. Arms are gonna be out in front of you. And the key here is when you open up, you want your knees to stay exactly where they are. You want them to stay stacked. If you your top knee shifts, that means that you're using your hips to rotate, and this is a thoracic exercise, so you really want to be rotating from your upper spine. And if you can't go very far like me, that's totally okay. Just, we're going to do 5 repetitions and try to go a little bit further each time. Breathe out when you open up. Breathe in when you come back. You may feel stretch in all kinds of places. Sometimes I feel it in my bicep. Sometimes I feel it in my pec. Sometimes I feel it in my ribs. Sometimes I get an adjustment in my back. Once you've done 5, switch sides. You guys look good. When you're done with that, you can just stay in that position. We're gonna actually go and do clamshells. So you can stick your elbow underneath you if you want. And we're gonna do 15 clamshells. So the idea is you're squeezing your top glute. It's very easy just to open, but if you do that, you use your TFL. So you really want the clamshell opening to come from your glute. And that may mean that you can only lift up a little bit, and that's totally okay. I just want to see 10 on each side. I find when I do these on a very regular basis, they really help my running. And it's just like the right kind of glute engagement. Just get your glutes a little bit fired up. And when I don't do them regularly, I can really tell the difference in terms of how hard these are for me. Once you've done 10, switch sides. You may find one leg is a little bit easier than the other. It's okay. And don't be worried if you can't lift up that far. It's just something that you need to, again, just actually probably spend more time on because you're not necessarily activating your glutes in the way that you want to be. Once you've done 10, we're going to do Russian twists today. Haven't done those in a while. So we're going to do 2 sets of 30 seconds with a 5-second break in between. Starting in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So the one thing I just want to point out is really, you're going to have some movement in your knees, like that's inevitable, but just really try to have as straight and as strong of a back as possible. You don't want to be hunched like this. You want to have good posture. Down, back up in 3, 2, 1, you're back. One more round. Nice job, just 10 seconds left. Three, 2, 1, and down. Nice job. All right, You guys, next one we're gonna do is hollow rock with flutter kicks. So you're gonna be on your back. Arms are gonna be extended overhead. You're gonna lift your head up a little bit, and we're just gonna do flutter kicks. And we're gonna do that for 30 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1, you're up. The key here is engage that low core. It's all about that pelvic tilt that we talked about. If your low back is arched, come up a little higher. Nice job, you got 10 seconds left. Engage that low core, engage that low core. 3, 2, 1, and down. Nice job, that was good. Okay, we're gonna go into a bird dog, and then we're gonna repeat that sequence one more time. So we're just gonna do just a little bit of bird dogs. I just wanna show one quick thing. Again, goes back to that pelvic tilt. You can lift up this high if you want, but you can see my back, there's an arch, right? So you wanna keep that pelvic tilt and only extend out so your back is staying flat. And that may mean that you don't lift up as high, that's okay, but I wanna see that core engaged, and I don't want you using your back to do this exercise. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna extend out, hold for a couple seconds, come back down, just do 5 each side, in your own time. Really think about that pelvic tilt and reset each time. Once you've done 5, switch sides. And again, you may not be able to lift your leg off the ground that much, and that's okay. So really think about activating that glute, engaging that core. Nice job. Okay, we're going back to the clamshells. Another 10 each side. And then we're gonna go straight into the Russian twists from there. When we do the Russian twist, we're just gonna do one round of 45 seconds. Really think about making sure you're squeezing that glute to get the clamshell open. Once you've done 10, switch sides. Might find one side is harder than the other. I'm definitely finding my right glute's not activating as well. That's okay. Okay, once you're done 10, Russian twist, 45 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, begin. Remember that straight back. I don't want to see people's back arched. I don't care if you go slower, but I want a straight back. Nice job. You guys have 30 seconds left. Fifteen seconds. Get that back straight. Straighten up. 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Okay, one more round of flutter kicks. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Remember to keep that back flat. Get that low core engaged. Think about pelvic tilt here. You can. You guys are doing great. You got 15 seconds left. Really extend those arms overhead. Bring those ribs down. Think about being streamlined as possible. Gauge that low core in 3, 2, 1, and down. Nice job. Good work, guys. That was really good. Looked really good today. Thank you so much. See you next week.